Welcome to SuperDavedevYT, this is SuperDavedev. We are watching and we are acting, reacting, following, checking, watching live data, everything, all the above. The Formula 1 Grand Prix in Hungary. They say it might be raining actually, so they say there's a very good chance that it might be raining in Hungary during the race. So let's wait and see what's gonna happen. It says 5 minutes on the screen. I've decided to be ready a little bit earlier because I think today is gonna be a very interesting race. I love it when your fastest driver, aka Max Verstappen, which is basically the championship leader at the point and might be the world champion this year. I love it when he's starting around 7th place and he needs to come through come through the race, try and pass everybody to maybe even potentially get first place. I don't think he will get first place, and especially with Max Verstappen's luck in Hungary, he probably won't be able to do much. I think Hungary is just not Max Verstappen's racetrack for whatever reason. He's just not. He's always in a very bad position when it comes to Hungary. And now I just want to find out if Max Verstappen can actually attack. Can he actually attack everybody in the front, or is he going to be compromised? Will his car be basically have reliability issues? Will his car have performance issues? Will people crash into him? All the above. I think it's more likely that people will crash into Max Verstappen, causing him damage, then maybe, more likely that will happen than Max Verstappen actually getting first, second or third. But Max Verstappen is a very experienced driver. I think people don't realize this. Max Verstappen has been driving for many years in Formula 1. He basically skipped the line and he jumped straight into Formula 1. He didn't really bother doing anything, he didn't really have much barriers. He didn't have much to stop him from joining Formula 1 at a very young age. I think he was 17 years old, and I think Formula 1 said, you know what, or the FIA said that they will not allow anybody that young to join Formula 1 again or ever again. It might change in the future, who knows, but at the moment, for his age, Max Verstappen is the most experienced driver for his age. He's not Fernando Alonso. Fernando Alonso is 41 years old and he's probably the most experienced F1 driver on the track. But when it comes to your age experience, I think Max Verstappen has the most experience. Lap record is 1 minute 16 seconds. So let's see if these new cars can actually, be faster than 1 minute 16 seconds, which is probably the old generation, the hybrid cars. Oh man. Yeah, I don't want to think about the fact that Valtteri Bottas crashed into everybody. I don't like it. Okay, so so we are about to get started here. It says 2 minutes. Remember, my live data is ahead. My live data will show you all the information live. It is raw. It comes straight from the track. However, I'm watching a live stream. Live streams are delayed. That's just the way it is. No matter where you watch it in the world, live streams will be delayed. Your feed from the track will be delayed. Video feed will be delayed compared to... they are using inters, huh? Oh, no. They are just saying that the tires available. So the reason why I'm pointing that out, inters, is... Okay, starting grid. Let's just quickly make sure. So you've got... why are they starting from the back? Sebastian is in 18th. Alexander Albon is in 17th. You've got Mick Schumacher 15th, Yuki Tsunoda 16th. Or should I say 16th, Yuki Tsunoda 15th, Mick Schumacher. We've got Kevin Magnussen 13th, Lance Stroll in 14th. Zhou Guanyu is 12th, 11th is Sergio. 11th is Sergio Perez, damn, he's far away. Max Verstappen's in 10th, I thought it was 7th. Daniel Ricciardo's 9th. Holy crap, Max Verstappen. Lewis Hamilton's 7th. Valtteri Bottas is 8th. I just hope that Bottas won't do the same thing he did last year. Please no. Fernando Alonso 16th. Esteban Ocon 5th. Fernando Alonso 5th. Charles Leclerc 3rd. I know Carlos Sainz is in 2nd. George Russell is in 1st. I personally believe if a Ferrari car is going to win, Leclerc is the favorite. He has the skill, the determination, the raw, let's just say the raw speed to get him in front. However, what makes it very challenging is that I wonder what Russell's car is capable of during the race. I don't see it being as fast as a Ferrari. I don't, like, yes, pull away, we all know that when they pull away, the car that's the fastest is definitely Mercedes. Mercedes is one of your faster cars when it comes to straight up pull away power. When it goes from 0 to 100 kilometers an hour, miles per hour, whatever you want to call it, I think the Mercedes has the capacity to pull away quicker at the start. I believe that without a doubt. They've got something that makes that Mercedes just function very well when it comes to pull away. However, dude, they've got such a weird wing on that Mercedes. It's such an odd design, dude. Such a weird diffuser thing on top where they mount the side mirror. So we're about to do the formation lap. It might show on the screen, it might show that we already have the races about to start and stuff, but we're still doing the formation lap. Remember, I'm watching a video feed, and the video feed is delayed with compared to the actual live data that you see on screen. Just wanted to quickly adjust that. So now we have a view of everybody starting. So keep this in mind. I believe that Perez, I honestly believe Red Bull do not want Perez to compromise Verstappen's championship race or championship attack, championship defense, what do you want to call it. They don't want to put Max Verstappen in a compromising position with Perez. So they just said, you know what, let's limit the amount of performance Sergio Perez can extract from the Red Bull, and we give Max Verstappen all the performance. Now you might say that is unfair and that's not right, and you're absolutely correct. That is unfair. However, you have to understand that Sergio Perez, especially last year during his home race in Mexico, he had the faster car and he could have passed Lewis Hamilton, but he decided not to do so. He was at his home race, he had the faster car, he just had to pass Lewis Hamilton, and he had no motivation to do so. Last year, to my opinion, specifically in Mexico, Perez proved to me he doesn't have full motivation. They're going around the final bend. We're about to get started, so I'm just going to try and say my say quickly. So that is the only reason why I feel like they shouldn't invest too much energy into Perez, because I think Max Verstappen is the real deal when it comes to winning a championship and getting the job done. Especially when you hear him complain, like yesterday he really complained. He basically cried about his car not performing and doing what he wanted it to do during the qualification. Okay, so they're lining up. So you might see on the screen, the data might show you that the race has started. However, I'm watching the live video feed and it hasn't started yet. They're still lining up at the starting grid. I really believe today is going to be an exciting race. I do believe it. Not just Hamilton starting from the back and, you know, the promise that Russell has shown with the Mercedes being faster than everybody thought, but specifically with Max Verstappen starting from behind to see what he can do. And also, what can George Russell do? How can George Russell, you know, perhaps stop people from passing him? Because I'm telling you now, he's over race pace. He's not going to be fast enough. Okay, we're about to get started here. Let's see what George Russell can do in front. Can you hold them off? Is his car fast enough? I doubt it, but we know he's fast at pull away. So we're green lights. It's race. George Russell's in front, but Ferraris are right behind him. Like he is trying to defend. George Russell's defending. Charles Leclerc is going on the outside. He wasn't successful, but he was practically passed. He practically passed George Russell, went around George Russell, couldn't make it stick. So I'm guessing Leclerc is not attacking because he wants Carlos Sainz to do what he's doing, because Carlos Sainz is all over George Russell trying to attack. Why did Carlos Sainz make a dangerous maneuver in front of Leclerc, dude? You're not defending from Leclerc, bro. It's your teammate. Is that Max Verstappen already passing Perez? Who was that? Sergio Perez already behind Max Verstappen. No, actually, Perez is not. Yeah, Perez is behind Max Verstappen, but it seems like they already made up a lot of not a lot of places, but they did make up places. Lewis Hamilton's in 5th place, so Lewis Hamilton went from 7th to 5th, which is very good for him. So far, nothing special is happening. We're just waiting to see what can Russell do. Can Russell actually defend the Ferraris? Make sure the Ferraris won't pass him. I think it's impossible. It is impossible for George Russell to stop the Ferraris from passing him because virtual safety car, why? Alex Albon had some damage, so now it's virtual safety car. That's stupid, dude. That is so stupid. Because I didn't see anybody crashing, so I was like, why would they have a virtual safety car? But now I see they're showing the debris. Which turn is that? What turn is that? That is the turn 1, 2, that's turn 3, right? So they're showing us the start. Replay start. Dude, Carlos Sainz was about to pass George Russell on the outside, dude. On the outside at the start, the first right-hand corner, he was about to take him on the right side, but he couldn't make it stick. Russell was defending. But technically, that Mercedes should not be in the front, so it's just a matter of time. Yeah, we're just watching. We're seeing Lewis Hamilton passing both of the Alpines. Not really anything special, to be honest. To be completely honest, he went off the track. So Lewis Hamilton passed both of the Alpines. Let's see Max Verstappen start. Max Verstappen start was... So Ricciardo is on Max Verstappen's left. And then Bottas was on his right. And then Max Verstappen was in a very tricky situation. He couldn't do much, huh? Ooh! The contact between Magnussen and Ricciardo helped Max Verstappen, it seems. But they didn't really crash too much in each other, so there's nothing really significant. But Max Verstappen was in a very tricky, tight position. They could have definitely destroyed Max Verstappen's race right there, dude. Because he was in the middle of it. Like, I almost got a flashback from Russell's crash with Sebastian Vettel was in collision with Albon, I think. Okay. Yeah, so green flag racing, George Russell is so far ahead of the Ferraris at the restart. It's insane to think. It's insane to think that George Russell gained that much of an advantage just by, it's literally safety, like virtual safety car. How the hell did he get that much of an advantage? On the safety car, DRS is enabled. So what could happen now is Leclerc might actually pass Carlos Sainz because of the DRS. So I just hope Carlos Sainz does not take this personally and you know, basically fight his teammate, because they need to work together. They need to work together in order not only to make sure that Mercedes won't take away points that they need, which is George Russell in front, but also so they can maximize their points and position, especially after the pits, you know, because they have to go to the pit. So they have to, you know, basically move as far as they can. Fastest lap from Leclerc, fastest lap from Verstappen, fastest lap from Perez as well. So the fastest lap right now is Perez. So fastest lap 1 minute 26.5. So remember, the fastest, the record is 1 minute 16. So let's see if these new cars can do 1 minute 16. So far is 10 seconds. But remember, the car get lighter. The cars get lighter, and we can find out how close these cars can get to the lap record, which is 1 minute 16. So Carlos Sainz is 2 seconds behind Russell. It's only a matter of time before Russell is not. But the thing is, Mercedes is very good with strategy. So we all know Ferrari is utterly disastrous when it comes to strategy. Their strategist at Ferrari is so bad that I guarantee you, even though Russell's car is not as fast as the two Ferraris behind him, Ferrari will somehow manage to destroy their potential first and second place purely because their strategists are so bad. So now you've got Max Verstappen needing to get past Fernando Alonso in 7. So Max Verstappen is now trying to get past Fernando Alonso. Now last year, Fernando Alonso made it almost impossible. Fastest lap from Russell, and then immediately Carlos Sainz went even faster than Russell. So Russell is trying to push in front, which is interesting. So Carlos Sainz, 1 minute 23, so they already shaved off 3 seconds of the fastest lap, the previous fastest lap, which was from Perez. Interesting. This is I have to be completely honest, I was excited to watch this race, and I'm very happy that we have this race, because now we can see if Ferrari cannot manage to win this race, Verstappen just passed Alonso. Verstappen passed Alonso. Now, if you don't know this, Alonso made it impossible for Lewis to pass him easily last year. So I did expect Max Verstappen to have a problem passing Alonso, but he passed him relatively quickly. Oh, he made him. Oh, he got screwy. He got screwy. So after turn 4, he basically lost his back end a little bit, and he had to catch his car because his car was swerving. And then Max Verstappen was like, okay, that is me. You made a mistake. I'm passing you now. So poor Alonso couldn't defend Verstappen as much, because remember, last year he did a very good job defending Hamilton. Turn 2 involving cars, Albon and Vettel. So Vettel and Albon, no further investigation needed. So that collision that Vettel and Albon had, no investigation needed. Hamilton is still in 5th place, so it seems that Mercedes isn't necessarily that fast, but how is Russell able to keep the Ferraris behind him that long? And that kind of surprises me. Is that Magnussen? Magnussen just passed Magnussen passed Ricciardo, but Ricciardo is going on the outside. Let's see if he goes on the outside at turn 4. Oh, now they switched scenes, dude. They're literally switching scenes because they want to show they want to show Perez passing Alonso. Dude, okay, we know that Perez should be able to pass Alonso at some point, but we don't have to completely, avoid the fact that Magnussen and Ricciardo is fighting each other. Come on, man. We were literally watching Ricciardo and Magnussen fighting each other, and the race direct, the camera people, the Sky Sports, whatever TV, switching whatever operator decided that they don't want to watch it, which is very selfish, I have to be honest. Back in orange flag for car 20 Magnussen. Why? Dry for the next half an hour. So for the next 30 minutes, they say it's going to be dry. I'm going to assume it won't rain. It might rain at the end of the race, but I assume it won't rain because it would have rained already. Perez just passed Alonso. Perez just passed Alonso. Oh, is that Max Verstappen? So Max Verstappen just passed Esteban Ocon. Esteban Ocon is now 7th, and Verstappen is now in 6th. Sergio Perez trying to get past Fernando Alonso, and he did it. So Perez finally passed Fernando Alonso. Ocon got... Oh, so that's why I got confused, because there's 2 Red Bulls trying to pass 2 Alpines. So Perez, so Verstappen passed Ocon. He's now up into 6th place. Now we want to see how Verstappen does against Hamilton. Because remember, Hamilton's car, if you look at Russell's car, Hamilton's car should be decent, right? Decent enough. The best car he has so far this whole year. That was an easy inside pass from Verstappen, to be honest. Easy, dude. He actually tried to squeeze him. Oh, that's Perez. Actually, Ocon tried to squeeze Verstappen, which was kind of dodgy, I have to be honest. That was kind of risky, because even if he squeezes Verstappen is very fast, so it would be futile. Positions gained: Verstappen 4, Mick Schumacher 4, Perez 3. Now Hamilton is right in front of Verstappen, 3 seconds ahead of him. Now let's face it, Verstappen is not gonna not challenge Hamilton. That is one thing you have to understand about Verstappen, is he fears no driver. And that's why people love him and hate him. The Lewis Hamilton fanboys and fangirls hate Verstappen because they know he doesn't fear Hamilton, and they feel like that is you know, basically disrespectful to their hero, which is so ridiculous, because this year Hamilton proved once again, if his car is not fast, then he is not fast. And Russell proved once again that he is better with the car, no matter what they give him. I promise you, Russell's car does not get all the upgrades Hamilton gets. Hamilton gets all the upgrades before Russell gets it. So you have to understand one thing: Russell's car is not as upgraded as Hamilton's car. And if Hamilton can't qualify or out-qualify and out-race Russell, then you have to understand that there's something wrong with Hamilton's skill. He once had the skill, but I believe his skill is no longer, not even comparable to what it was when he was younger. That's just my opinion. You might agree with it, you might disagree with it, but that is me. That is what I believe. So Perez now passing Ocon. Dude, he passed Ocon so easily. It looked like he was... Why is Ocon making it so easy for Perez and for Max Verstappen to pass him? Oh yeah, Ocon did make it a little bit harder for Verstappen to pass him, but for Perez was basically passing him easily, man. He barely tried to defend. But against Verstappen, Ocon defended pretty heavily. So George Russell is 2 seconds ahead. 2.4 seconds ahead in front of a Ferrari, bro. I'm sorry to say, but this Mercedes is not slow, dude. I'm sorry to say, but the Mercedes is not slow. If both Ferraris cannot catch Russell, then it means that Russell and Mercedes car is equal to Ferrari. And remember, Ferrari is the fastest car in Formula 1 right now. How is that possible that Mercedes made their car that fast? How did they get their car to be as fast as Ferrari so quickly? This is insane, man. They've got soft tires, so Russell's on soft tires. Russell's on soft tires, so he's basically doing qualifying laps in front. That is why it seems like he's doing something amazing, but he's technically just using a very weak tire when it comes to race trim. Race duration, his soft tire is going to fall apart, I'm pretty sure of it. So what about Hamilton? Hamilton's got a medium tire. So Hamilton's got medium tires on. Hamilton is about to challenge Norris. Norris is in 4th place. Hamilton's in 5th place. Verstappen is a second behind. Dude, Hamilton is a second in front of Verstappen. And remember, he was 3 seconds ahead. How is Verstappen catching up to Hamilton almost a second a lap? And Russell stays in front of Ferraris like the Ferraris aren't fast cars. I am confused. The last fastest lap was from Carlos Sainz. How is he still 2.7 seconds behind Russell, man? Even with the soft tires, the Ferrari should still be able to catch up to him. I just hope that Russell and not Russell. I just hope that Carlos Sainz and Leclerc are not fighting each other. They are teammates. They need to work together. Ferrari needs to manage that as well. Like, that's just a part of the team. Oh, Verstappen is on top of Hamilton. Verstappen is on top of Hamilton. Hamilton has got no chance. Either he passes Norris, or Verstappen will pass him and Norris. I guarantee you that. So if Lewis does not make a move in the next 3 laps, Verstappen will make the move for him. Guaranteed. It's not about Hamilton being frustrated. He needs to pass him. I dislike these British commentators so much. They're making so many excuses. Hamilton is a racing driver. He's not frustrated behind Norris. He cannot pass Norris because he has 0 skill. Okay, I'm being a little bit harsh there. It's not like he has 0 skill. It's just that he can't pass Norris, which is the only thing that he is meant to do. He's a race car driver. So saying that he's frustrated behind Norris, you know, trying to justify the fact that Hamilton, like, you know, they're always trying to pretend that Hamilton is the best. Okay, I think Verstappen is lining up Lewis Hamilton. Actually, he fell back. He fell back. So we're looking at the pit straight. Pit straight, maybe we'll see Hamilton getting passed by Verstappen. Hamilton might pass Verstappen. I think Verstappen is being patient. Oh, okay, so there we go. So Hamilton has passed. Hamilton has passed. Now Verstappen. Lando Norris is like, Verstappen, come pass. If you guys don't know this, Verstappen and Norris are buddies. Verstappen and Norris are buddies, and I'm pretty sure Lando Norris was like, oh, that's Verstappen, let me let Verstappen go past. I'm pretty sure. There's no way that Lando Norris was defending Verstappen. There's no way, because he barely did anything there. He just went out of the way and probably slowed down for Verstappen there. So now Verstappen and Hamilton. Verstappen is now 4th, Hamilton is now 5th. This is what I want. I wanted to see this. I wanted to see Hamilton versus Verstappen, and now we're seeing it. And remember, Russell is 2.2 seconds ahead in front. The Ferraris cannot catch up to Russell. Now, maybe they're catching up to him a little bit now. But I'm sorry to say this, even with the soft tires, the Ferrari is still faster than the Mercedes. So Mercedes is not a slow car. I'm sorry to say this, but if Hamilton cannot at least challenge a Ferrari, or at least keep Verstappen behind him, then ultimately Hamilton is nowhere near the level of skill that he should be. Dude, Perez passed Lando Norris so easily, dude. Dude, poor, like that McLaren of Lando Norris. I don't know why the McLaren team their car is so slow, dude. I don't know why McLaren has one of these slow. Okay, now of course they're doing better than they did in the first race, because in Bahrain they basically finished. They were the bottom scrapers, the bottom teams. Failed 20. What is so? Verstappen is having an issue with the car. Verstappen is having an issue with the car, and I don't know what it is. They say fail 20. They're using code words, calling it fail 20. So it seems that his engine is revving. His revolutions per second is going up, but the car isn't propelled forward the way that you would expect, with, you know, in relation to how much his engine is picking up the revs, if I can say. So Leclerc is asking Carlos Sainz to go quicker. Carlos Sainz is going quicker, to be honest, because now it's 1.7 seconds behind Russell. Dude, there's no way that Ferrari is losing to Russell. There's no way. You can see it now that Russell's car can't maintain the speed because he's got soft tires. There's no way that Ferrari can lose to Russell. There's no way. If Ferrari messes up at least a first position finish this race, then Ferrari is ultimately a disaster of a team, dude. Seriously. Everybody is expecting Ferrari to mess up again, and I'm telling you now, it's going to happen. 1.1. Carlos Sainz is 1.1 seconds behind. No, wait, that is between Carlos Sainz and Leclerc. So 1.2 between Carlos Sainz and Leclerc, but it is 1.3 to Russell. Russell is definitely losing pace. Russell in front is losing pace. The Ferraris are slowly but surely creeping up on Russell. Leclerc is right behind his teammate, and I don't see how Ferrari will not allow Leclerc to push past Carlos Sainz. Hamilton is already 8 seconds behind third place, Leclerc. Hamilton's car is not that fast, dude, but now I'm not sure what's happening with Verstappen's car. So McLaren, the first car to box. Norris is boxing, going into the pit, changing his tires. So yeah, it's already 1.2 seconds, 1 second, 1.2 seconds for Russell. Russell has now lost his 2.7 second lead, is now down to 1.3, 1.2. Insane, dude. And Leclerc is on top of his teammate. Like, I would be surprised if somewhere in this race Ferrari does not tell Carlos Sainz to move to the side and let Leclerc pass. I would be surprised. Unless if they are using the pit strategy and they're pitting them immediately in the next couple of laps. Then it makes sense that they won't tell them to do team orders just yet. Now Carlos Sainz is 1.1, so Russell cannot stay. Russell is definitely being caught up. Ferrari is catching up to the Mercedes. Oh my goodness. So Leclerc is definitely right on top of Carlos Sainz, dude. It looks actually dangerous for Carlos Sainz to be in front of Leclerc right now, because Leclerc is like absolutely pushing Carlos Sainz. Yeah, it's probably DRS that's making him quicker. See, that's the only thing. Leclerc might look fast, but remember, he's got DRS, so he just opens his flap and then you know, just stays behind Carlos Sainz and then gains on straights. So if the DRS was not enabled, then I would say, okay, that Leclerc is faster than Carlos Sainz. But at the moment, I would say that Leclerc might be equal to Carlos Sainz's performance. Not just that, Carlos Sainz is now less than a second behind Russell. It's only a matter of time. I would be surprised if they don't. Oh, they're pitting Carlos Sainz. They're pitting Carlos Sainz immediately. Yeah, I would have expected them to at least pass Russell first. It's a dummy call. Okay, I see. My goodness. So Ferrari made a dummy call telling Carlos Sainz to go into the pits. Russell went into the pits and Carlos Sainz did not go into the pits. So Ferrari was bluffing. They were pretending that they were going to go into the pits. They did not go into the pits. Now Verstappen went into the pits as well. Interesting. Verstappen went into the pits. Russell is in front of Alonso, but Ocon is fighting. Russell stays in front of Alonso, but Alonso was making it hard for Russell there. So Russell has come out of the pits. He's in 6th place. Perez stayed out, Hamilton stayed out, Leclerc stayed out, Carlos Sainz stayed out, Verstappen went into the pits. Verstappen is now back in 8th place. So Ferrari is pitting now, which is interesting. Carlos Sainz is pitting this lap. Interesting. Carlos Sainz is pitting this lap. So they might have as well pitted last, like if they're just waiting for one more lap, they could have pitted him the previous lap, but it could still be a good strategy. Let's see, maybe Ferrari is completely fixed their strategy, team. Maybe they fixed the strategy and now they actually know what they're doing. Who knows? We have to wait and see. George Russell is right behind Ocon, about to pass him. George Russell passed Ocon. Ocon is like, no, buddy, I'm going to attack you. Carlos Sainz is right behind behind the fight of Ocon and Russell. So Carlos Sainz joined in 6th place, Ocon in 5th, Russell in 4th place. Now we've got Perez in 3rd place, Hamilton in 2nd, Leclerc in 1st place. Now Leclerc just needs to pump out fastest laps. 1 fast lap, 2 fast lap, maybe 3 fastest laps, and then pit. Let's see if something happened with George Russell's pit stop. Did something happen with George Russell's pit stop? They're not even showing how long that pit stop took, so I'm not sure what's going on there. I'm guessing that George Russell's pit stop was slow. So I think Mercedes might have made a mess with George Russell's pit stop, if I have to be completely honest. So Verstappen is in 8th place, Alonso is in 7th. Now Verstappen has to repass Alonso. He has to do everything he did before again. I don't know why they didn't keep him out long enough so he could actually build up some position, some distance between. But I'm sure it does something to do with the issue they're having with Verstappen's car. So I think there's some issue with Verstappen's car, and they said, you know what, let's rather not risk it. Let's just put him, give him new fresh tires, and let's see if that will fix the issue. So now Verstappen is now up into 7th because Perez, the teammate, has decided to pit. Perez is joining in 8th place, if I'm not mistaken. Perez is joining in 10th place. Perez is joining in 10th place. My goodness, Perez, 10th place. Fastest lap for Max Verstappen, 1 minute 23. So Max Verstappen does have pace, but Max Verstappen is not in a good place either, man. Russell's in 3rd place, dude. So when Perez went into the pits, Russell is now into 3rd place. Hamilton 2nd, Leclerc 1st, Carlos Sainz 4th. So now George Russell is going to go into the... Lewis Hamilton is going to go into the pits now because Russell has gone into the pits. So now the only other car that's a Mercedes is Hamilton. Hamilton going to the pits. Let's see if they mess this up. I guess they won't mess it up because it's Lewis Hamilton, so the team is biased. Dude, that's a really fast pit stop. Yeah, they definitely slowed down Russell's pit stop, and I don't like why they did that, dude. But Russell's already back into 2nd, man. Russell's already back into 2nd. Max Verstappen just passed Alonso. He's up into 5th place. Now Max Verstappen has to pass Ocon again. So Max Verstappen passed Alonso. Now he has to pass Ocon. This is Perez. Perez is now passing Bottas. Perez is passing Bottas. And now he's in 9th place. Now Perez has to pass Mick Schumacher. Now last year Mick Schumacher and Max Verstappen had a big fight. Oh dude, Bottas is about to pass the Red Bull. It looks like it. Bottas looked like it was about to follow the slipstream of Perez and then pass him, but he didn't do it. It's kind of a strange move. Oh, he used the brakes, and that's why Bottas was faster, because Perez was going on the inside, basically using his brakes to outbrake Bottas, and Bottas still had a better line, and that's why Bottas was able to keep up with Perez. So it's just a matter of how Perez passed Bottas. He passed him in such a way that slowed himself down a little bit at the exit. Dude, Verstappen already passed Ocon. Dude, that's fast, dude. The fact that Verstappen passed Ocon so fast is kind of surprising, because I expected Ocon and Alonso to have taken a couple of laps away from Verstappen, but they didn't really do it. They didn't slow him down that much. So Verstappen now has Carlos Sainz in front of him, then Russell in 2nd, then Leclerc in 1st. So now Verstappen is basically fighting for podium positions. Max Verstappen went all the way from, it was 10th position, right? Or was it 11th position? I think he started at 11th or 10th position. All the way from 10th or 11th position, now he's in 4th place. Ferrari Leclerc is going to go into the pits, so Ferrari is pitting Leclerc. So that means Verstappen should be 3rd. Let's see where Leclerc joins. I think he might actually join in front of Verstappen. Let's see if Leclerc exits the pit in front of Verstappen. So into the pits is Leclerc. He just left the pits. 2.9 second pit stop from Leclerc. Let's see if he joins in front of Verstappen. If Leclerc does not join in front of Verstappen, that's Russell pass. So he's... Damn, bro. Verstappen is not. So Verstappen is now 7 seconds behind Carlos Sainz in 3rd place. So Carlos Sainz is in 3rd place. Verstappen is in 4th place. 7 seconds behind. Interesting. Very interesting. Very interesting. They're all on medium tires. So the medium tire seems to be the better tire. Now remember, they are predicting rain. They say 30 minutes. Now, I'm looking at my watch. 30 minutes has passed. 30 minutes has passed and no one is putting any sort of intermediate tires. No one is putting wet tires. So it seems like so far no rain. I actually thought that because I said as soon as I heard 30 minutes it should rain, I said no, it probably won't rain in 30 minutes. It'll probably rain at the end of the race, if it will rain at all. Which just seems it won't be raining, to be honest, at this point. I think the sun is coming out. I think it won't be raining. So maybe the rain factor won't be an issue. Maybe. We have to wait and see. There's still some clouds, some places of the track. So let's wait and see if the rain. Because remember, the rain will absolutely destroy strategies. Especially with Ferrari. Slow introduction with these tires for Leclerc. Carlos Sainz is behind Leclerc. How did Leclerc end up in front of Carlos Sainz in the pits? That's interesting. Russell is back in front. So obviously Mercedes still know how to do their strategies, dude. The fact that Russell has a slower car than Ferrari and is still in front is amazing, dude. I'm telling you one thing, when it comes to strategy, do not discount Mercedes and do not underestimate Red Bull. Red Bull and Mercedes are the teams when it comes to strategy. They know what they're doing with strategies. Ferrari, they're still learning, dude. They're still trying to figure their stuff out, unfortunately. Which is sad because we want to see Leclerc get his rightful victories that he should. Now Leclerc is now in second. He's actually pushing his car now. He's already got the gap between him and Russell down to less than 2 seconds. So Leclerc is pushing. He's trying to get close to Russell. Verstappen is now 2 seconds behind Carlos Sainz. So it means that Verstappen is most likely going to attack Carlos Sainz in a couple of laps. Maybe in the next 6 or 7 laps. We're just waiting for someone to speak. Fastest lap from Leclerc, 1 minute 22.9. Fastest lap from Leclerc, 1 minute 22.9. It's already 1.8 seconds behind Russell. So Leclerc 1.8 seconds behind Russell. Hamilton goes 5th place because Ocon need to go into the pit. You have to understand, Hamilton was ahead of Verstappen, eh? Hamilton was ahead of Verstappen. And Hamilton's now behind Verstappen. How interesting is that? He's basically 4 seconds behind Verstappen. Hamilton's 4 seconds behind Verstappen. And he was in front of Verstappen before this pit stop started. So this is interesting. When the race started, he was in front. When the pit stop started, he was in front. Teammates are fighting. So we've got both Alpines, Alonso and Ocon fighting. And then you've got Ricciardo. Then we've got Daniel Ricciardo passing both of them almost instantly. Daniel Ricciardo passing both Alpines, Alonso and Ocon at once, almost instantly passing both of them like they were sitting ducks basically. Awesome, nice job, Ricardo. But remember that is because both Alpines went into the pits, they came out. There's this grace period where the tires need to climatize according to the track, and now these cars suffer when they exit the pits because the tires aren't heating up. They're not at the right track temperature, and that takes some time for the track and the tires to actually work together properly. Now we're going on board to see how Ricardo pulled this move off. He went into the inside. Both Alpines went wide because of the grip on their tires being fresh. They just came out of the pits. The tires were still cold. Not enough grip. Past both of the Alpines. And there we go. So Hamilton is now actually trying to put on the fastest lap of the race, it seems. Did he actually put... Oh, he went wide. He went off the track. He went off the track. Lewis Hamilton went off the track all by his own. And he's actually, he basically lost position. He's now 5 seconds behind Verstappen. He lost time to Verstappen. 5 seconds behind Verstappen. He was 4 seconds, now he's 5 seconds. So Verstappen is still 2 seconds behind Carlos Sainz. Dude, so we're talking to, so Matteo Binotto's on the line. That's the boss, the Ferrari boss. He's talking about the tires being a factor they have to worry about. And then they're just saying that now they're pushing to pressure Russell to get first place. Leclerc is now almost a second. So Leclerc went from 2.2 seconds behind Russell to 1.1 second behind Russell. So Leclerc is catching up to Russell. Sooner or later, Leclerc will have DRS. When Leclerc has DRS from Russell, I do not see Russell defending. He might defend and they might crash. That's what I can see. But I think it would be dumb of Russell to defend, especially now that there's so many laps remaining. Because what's going to happen is Russell is going to have less grip on his tires, and his tires will basically get destroyed if he defends too much. So ultimately what's going to happen is that Russell has a decision to make. Either he defends and basically puts himself in a worse situation when it comes to his race strategy, or he lets Leclerc pass and then and hope that he can stay in front of Carlos Sainz, which I think he actually might be able to do, because Carlos Sainz is 3 seconds. So it's clear that Leclerc is the one doing the attacking, is the fastest car on the track right now. The fastest car on the track is Leclerc. Leclerc is right behind Russell, and he's actually doing a really strange racing line, because he's already getting very, like, he's already attacking Russell, like from a very far distance. He's already attacking. Hamilton is second track limit, so Hamilton is getting warnings for track limits. Clearly Hamilton has lost his groove. He has got no idea what he's doing in Formula 1 anymore. I'm just going to say straight up, comparing Russell to Hamilton, Russell can actually get the job done, and Mercedes need to understand that. They need to focus on Russell to get the job done. It's nice to have Hamilton to coach Russell, to give, like, it's nice to have an experienced driver like Hamilton coach Russell, but Russell should take the mantle, should be the driver they should focus on, and this is proof of why they need to do it. Because Russell is still leading the race. Like, even with his car being slower than the Ferraris, the Ferraris are still having issues. And there's only Leclerc that's doing the attacking right now. Carlos Sainz is not doing any attacking, which is interesting, I have to be honest. Okay, so now Leclerc is most likely going to attack this lap. So at the end of this lap, we might see that Leclerc will be in first place. Oh my goodness, he's going on the outside. He's going on the outside at the first turn after the pit straight. So Russell made a mistake after the first corner, and now Leclerc wants to get past. He went on the outside, and now Russell's on the inside trying to push the Ferrari wide, which is not a good idea, dude. You are only going to cause your tires damage. Do not defend. You are fighting something you cannot win. The Ferrari is faster. Let him pass you, Russell. Like, I do agree. If it was, let's say, 20 laps to the end or 30 laps to the end, fine. But they still have more than 45, 42 laps to go. There's no way that he can defend plus go into the pits and still stay in front. I doubt it. Plus he will basically disrupt his own strategy. There's no way Leclerc will allow Russell to beat him, especially when Leclerc knows his car's faster. There's no way. But you know, Russell wants to get his victories. Russell wants his victories. So we might just see how selfish Russell is by compromising his own race, destroying his own tires, compromising his strategy, and then the Ferrari still beating him. Dude, there's no way Russell is going to keep Leclerc behind him. I'm sorry to say, it's just a matter of time, bro. Just a matter of time, Russell. Let him go past and then just follow him. Just follow him. Because now, what is happening now, because of the fight between Russell and Leclerc, now Carlos Sainz is now catching up. Because Carlos Sainz was 3 seconds behind. Now he's 2.5, 2.3 seconds now. And that's just what happened. You see, Russell wants to defend. I do understand that is what a racer does. You defend. But if your car is not capable of pushing past or staying in front of a Ferrari that's clearly faster than your car, you're only destroying your tires and you're destroying your strategy, dude. That's all you're doing. And now you're causing Carlos Sainz to get close to you. And now that's going to cause Carlos Sainz to also pass you almost immediately. Yeah, I don't think Leclerc worries about second place. I think Leclerc knows he needs first place. I don't think it's about, you know, does Leclerc think about this or that? No. Leclerc wants first place because he knows he needs to maximize his points. Plus, he sees that Russell is like a wounded dog that can't properly get away from him. So it is going to be attack. That's just the way it is. So turn 3. Sorry, that's turn 2. So turn 3 right side, turn 3 right side. There's no way that he's going to stop this Ferrari from getting past him. Yeah, oh! Dude, it almost looked like, oh man, Russell is defending like a stupid idiot because now Carlos Sainz is almost less than 2 seconds behind them. Because of Russell defending, now Carlos Sainz is also going to attack him. You are so stupid. You should have let Leclerc pass you and then stay with Leclerc so that the 3 second lead you had over Carlos Sainz would have stayed there. Now he's destroying his tires and destroying his strategy. But you know, that is Russell. Russell is a young driver. He's trying desperately to prove himself. I do like this. I do like the fighting spirit of Russell. But when it comes to being smart, he's not smart. This is not smart. This is not smart. This is not you thinking how to maximize your point. This is you thinking that you need to defend a position that you know is temporary. You will not hold it to this position. Yep. As soon as I said it, then so what happened is at the pit straight, Russell was defending, going on the inside, and then as soon as Russell defended on the inside, then Leclerc went so fast on the outside, passed him, went onto the outside, got a perfect entry at the first corner, past the pit straight, and unfortunately Russell is now second. And guess what? Carlos Sainz is 1.6 seconds behind Russell. Yeah, so Russell knew at the pit, we're watching a replay, Russell knew, he went onto the inside. Carlos Sainz, Leclerc said immediately, okay, fine, I'll take the outside. He took the corner perfectly, the first corner, he didn't have any issues, and he passed Russell. Now Russell is going to be attacked by Carlos Sainz. Carlos Sainz 1.4 seconds behind him. Russell, why did you did all of that for nothing, buddy? You did all of that for nothing because now all you did is you slowed yourself down so that Carlos Sainz could catch up to you, and now it's 1.4 seconds behind Russell. So Carlos Sainz is 1.4 seconds behind Russell. Verstappen is now 2.1 seconds behind Carlos Sainz, but Carlos Sainz ultimately should be able to pass Russell. Russell is now 1.6 seconds behind Leclerc. He has got no chance of catching up or challenging Leclerc. Let's just make that very clear. He had no chance of catching up to or passing Leclerc now that he's in second place, which meant that he ultimately compromised himself to the point that now Carlos Sainz is now less than 1.4 seconds behind Russell, you know, basically going to attack him very soon. Yeah, 1.3 seconds now, so 1.2 seconds already. So Russell is losing speed tremendously fast. I would be surprised if Carlos Sainz does not attack, because remember, he knows Verstappen. Carlos Sainz knows Verstappen is right behind him. So Verstappen is complaining about his car again. Verstappen is complaining about his car again. Verstappen is complaining about his car again. So I would say this race is Leclerc's race. Like Leclerc has fair and square passed. He's shown that he's the fastest Ferrari driver. He's shown that you know his strategy is definitely good. That is why he's in first place now. Just took a bite quickly, so so they're saying there might be rain, a few spots of rain. There might be a few drops of rain on the track. So they say it most probably will not be enough for them to, like, the rain might not be enough for them to feel the need to go into the pits and change tires. But let's face it, anything could happen. Maybe the rain could stay. Maybe the rain could get worse. Maybe it won't even rain at all. We have to wait to see what will happen. Carlos Sainz is now 1.9 seconds behind Russell. Carlos Sainz is 0.8 seconds. I said 1 point. I meant less than a second. So 0.6 now. Carlos Sainz is 0.6 seconds behind. So 0.6. Less than a second. 0.7. Almost half a second. Almost half a second behind Russell. It's a matter of time before Carlos Sainz passes Russell. Now we already saw with Leclerc, Russell said, you know what, I don't care about my strategy, I don't care about my tires, I'm going to defend. So let's see how he's going to defend against Carlos Sainz. That'll surely bring Verstappen closer to them, for surely. So surely what's going to happen now is if Russell sticks to his guns, he's going to defend against Carlos Sainz. And that's going to mean that Verstappen is going to catch up to them. So far, Verstappen is staying 2.1 seconds behind Carlos Sainz. He's in that time frame, 2 seconds, 2.1, 2 seconds flat. Now it's 1.9 seconds. Okay, so I think Verstappen is already slowly but surely gaining. And the reason why I think he's gaining is because now Carlos Sainz is trying to figure out how he wants to attack Russell. So Carlos Sainz is less than a second behind Russell. Carlos Sainz is less than a second. Now Verstappen is 1.6 seconds behind. Verstappen 1.4 seconds behind Carlos Sainz. Verstappen is going to be right there. Verstappen is already 1.5 seconds. Carlos Sainz is now still 1.5 seconds behind Russell. Deciding where does he want to make the move. He's not sure where to make the move on Russell. He knows he has to do it somewhere. He's probably going to ask his team where Leclerc passed him, and he might actually attempt to do it at the pit straight, the same as Leclerc. He might do it at the pit straight. Oh, yellow flags. So Sergio, dude, I almost thought that Yuki Tsunoda made a spin in front of those drivers, aka in front of Russell, Carlos Sainz, and Verstappen, but he did not. So now Carlos Sainz backed off. Carlos Sainz is backing off of Russell, and now Verstappen is 1.2 seconds behind Carlos Sainz. Why did Carlos Sainz back off? Carlos Sainz is backing off into Verstappen. Why would Carlos Sainz do that? Why would Carlos Sainz back off from attacking Russell just to be closer to Verstappen so Verstappen can attack him? I am so confused. 1.3 seconds. Verstappen is 1.3 seconds behind Carlos Sainz. I think Carlos Sainz is charging his battery, his kinetic energy recovery system, and I think what's happening is he's basically taking a breather, and then he's going to go right back and attack Russell. So I think he just took a quick break. It's not really a break because it's not like he's stopping anywhere. He's just slowing down to charge his batteries, his energy recovery system in his car, and I think he's about to attack Russell again. Now, I'm sure if Carlos Sainz is as intelligent as we all know he is, I'm sure he knows that this is make it or break it. If he doesn't pass Russell now, then he's got another problem, aka Max Verstappen right behind him. So Verstappen's tires are 19 laps old, Carlos Sainz is 18 laps old, Russell's is 19 laps old, Leclerc is on 14 lap old tires, medium tires. They all have medium tires except for Ocon. Except for Alonso. Alonso and Ocon both have hard tires. Bottas has hard tires. Mick Schumacher has hard tires. Zhao has got hard tires. And those are the only guys that's got hard tires. Carlos Sainz has to be basically deciding, to do a second attempt at attacking Russell. There's no other reason why he would have slowed down there. So I think he just charged his batteries, and now Verstappen is right behind them. Now it's basically a second each. So Verstappen is a second behind Carlos Sainz, and Carlos Sainz is a second behind Russell. Russell's already 4 seconds behind Leclerc. So that shows that Russell does not have the pace that the Ferrari has, because Leclerc is now 4 seconds ahead of both of, basically pulled away off Russell, because both of them had a fight. Russell couldn't stay in front of Leclerc. Leclerc passed Russell, and now Leclerc has gained almost 5 seconds now, 5-second lead over Russell, proving that Russell does not have the pace, his car is not fast enough, and that Carlos Sainz in third place is about to pass Russell. Oh my goodness, Verstappen is about to... So now Verstappen is challenging Carlos Sainz. This is what I said. If Carlos Sainz does not want to challenge Russell, feels extremely slippery now for some reason. So Lando Norris says it feels very slippery on the road. It might be some drops of rain, maybe, because now it seems that the McLaren driver Lando Norris is saying that the wheels, the grip on his tires seems very slippery now all of a sudden, and I can only imagine it has something to do with I think we have rain, a few drops, but that is not stopping Verstappen from attacking Carlos Sainz. He's 0.7 seconds behind Carlos Sainz. Carlos Sainz has completely given up his attack on Russell, dude. The Red Bull garage is preparing the intermediate tires. So it seems that there might be some raindrops on the track. Verstappen is in the pits. Verstappen is in the pits. Such an odd strategy, man. Such an odd strategy. Why did they bring him into the pit so quickly, man? Why did they... So, very, very quick pit stop. 2.4 seconds. 2.4 seconds pit stop for... And now you've got Magnussen. Is that Magnussen or is that Mick Schumacher? Verstappen. So that is... Who the hell is... Oh, so that's a back marker. That's a back marker Haas trying to attack Max Verstappen exiting. So he's not even trying to pass Verstappen for position. He's just attacking Verstappen because Verstappen happened to be out of the pits in front of him. So Carlos Sainz went into the pits. Charles Leclerc, not Carlos Sainz. So it is not Carlos Sainz pitting, it's Charles Leclerc pitting. Carlos Sainz pitting. Russell also pitting. That means Carlos Sainz is now in first place. Russell also exited the pits. Hamilton is now in second. Dude, I'm telling you now, they're messing up with Russell, man. Mercedes have no intention of focusing on Russell getting in first place. Hamilton is now in second place, dude. That's exactly what happened. So Verstappen went into the pits, and guess what? George Russell is now behind Max Verstappen in 6th place. And it's all because of pit stop strategy. So Russell was literally leading the race. And he was second for a bit there. And now he's behind Max Verstappen in 6th place. That is how badly Mercedes have no priority for Russell. They've got zero priority for Russell. That proves my point. Mercedes are not prioritizing Russell. They are trying to prioritize failing, elderly driver Lewis Hamilton for no legitimate reason. Now Verstappen was allowed to pass Perez. That was team orders for sure. I'm pretty sure the team told Perez, hey buddy, Verstappen just went to the pits. Can you please allow Verstappen to pass you? Perez said fine. Now Perez let Verstappen pass. Now Russell is behind Perez. Verstappen is now in 4th place. Fastest lap from Max Verstappen. Is that Max Verstappen? Is that Max Verstappen? Max Verstappen just passed Leclerc, dude. Max Verstappen just passed Leclerc. As soon as Max Verstappen passed Perez, he already started attacking Leclerc. That's how quickly that happened. I wasn't even ready for it, dude. It just happened so quickly that basically Verstappen was already allowed to pass Perez and already started attacking Leclerc almost immediately, and then passed Leclerc on the pit straight. He is now in front of Leclerc. He went on the pit straight. Leclerc, we're just watching a replay here. Leclerc went to the right, and then Verstappen said, no way buddy, I'm going to the right. And then Leclerc stayed on the left side, tried to defend okay, actually Leclerc was scared that Verstappen might actually slide into him, so he completely backed off there. Okay, so that is bad, dude. That is bad for Leclerc, because Leclerc was in front. Leclerc was... Is that Max Verstappen had a spin? Max Verstappen had a spin. Max Verstappen had a spin, dude. Now Lewis Hamilton's attacking. Now, sorry, Russell is attacking Perez. Russell is now attacking Verstappen. Verstappen made a mistake, dude. Verstappen made a mistake. Somehow Verstappen made a mistake. Dude, this is insane, dude. And the camera work is so atrociously bad, because they keep cutting back and forth. They have no idea who to stay on. Of course they should have stayed on Max Verstappen. Max Verstappen was the guy doing the passing. So turn 13 is where Max Verstappen made a mistake. So Max Verstappen, okay, now we're watching Max Verstappen. So turn 13. Oh, his car just lost back end. Yeah, so there was no reason for him to spin there. So that's the same issue that happened with that's the same thing that happened with Leclerc in France, where the back end will just lose completely for no real reason. The same issue, and he was in the corner, slowing down, and then as soon as he exited the corner, he applied accelerator, and the accelerator caused his wheels to spin completely. So now Charles Leclerc is now back into third place. Verstappen is now still in fourth place. Perez is now just went to the pits now, and you know, this is a complete disaster now, because now I'm not sure if Verstappen is going to be able to use those big, because you have to understand, Verstappen had to spin those wheels to correct his car's, you know, trajectory to get him back into the right direction. So he had to spin those tires, basically spin the rubber off of those tires to be able to get his car back on track, get him facing the right direction to continue the race. Dude, I am completely surprised by that, dude. Max Verstappen is now attacking Leclerc again. Max Verstappen is about to attack Leclerc again, dude. What tires? He also has... Okay, so Leclerc's got hard tires. So there's a massive difference between the speed of the hard and the medium tires. Verstappen on medium tires, Leclerc is on hard tires. Leclerc is so slow on the hard tires that Verstappen is back to attacking him. So now Verstappen is once again fastest lap, 1 minute 22.1, about to attack Leclerc again, dude. Fastest lap from Max Verstappen, 1 minute 22.1. So that was very short-lived by Leclerc getting that position back. I think Verstappen, rightfully so, will probably, you know, be more wiser the way he would exit the corner, especially the last corner, the second last corner before he gets to the pit straight, because last time he spinned. I'm just wondering if the reason why he spinned was because of the raindrops. Because there's no mention of rain at all. We just heard that there might be raindrops. There's no confirmation of raindrops. Max Verstappen first sector faster. He's right behind Leclerc, and Leclerc is now basically struggling to keep Verstappen behind him. Remember, hard tire, Leclerc has got hard tires, Max Verstappen medium tires, and you can instantly see the speed difference here, dude. The speed difference here is that Verstappen is the guy that's attacking Leclerc, and Leclerc with his Ferrari, remember, one of the faster cars in Formula 1, cannot keep Verstappen behind him. This is interesting, dude. So I think he might pass him here. He might legitimately pass him. No, he's not. I think Verstappen knew that, so he cut across the track. He passed him on the inside. Dude, that move is so insane, because you can't imagine that Max Verstappen passed him there. It is almost impossible for you to think that, wait, how would he pass him in that way? But it's just that the Ferrari is so much slower on the hard tires, he just can't do much. How did he do that pass? So he went wide, Verstappen went wide, and then Leclerc went inside, he went wide as well on the exit, and he just passed him. Like, it was a very easy pass for Verstappen. He passed Leclerc so easily, dude. Now I want to see Verstappen passing Hamilton, but Hamilton will go into the pit, so it's not really a big deal. Okay, now I don't see Verstappen losing this race, dude, because Carlos Sainz still has to pit, Hamilton has to pit, so I don't see Verstappen losing this race. Why did Ferrari give Leclerc hard tires? Why did they give him hard tires? Why did they give him hard tires? I'm just wondering, why did Why did Ferrari give Leclerc hard tires? Of course they want him to drive until the end, but he obviously needs to still race, right? Like, if they give him hard tires and he had a big lead in front, then fine, give him hard tires. You don't give him hard tires when he has to defend against people with medium tires. Dude, I'm telling you, Ferrari is a disaster, bruh. Ferrari is a disaster, bruh. My goodness, Ferrari is a disaster. These strategists are complete idiots. Like, seriously. Verstappen. Light drizzle. So Verstappen is saying that there's light raindrops. Light drizzles happening right now. Light drizzles. Confirmation from Verstappen. And let's face it, if Verstappen is correct, that means that can once again change the game, because now we have to worry about the rain. If it rains, all these main teams will pit immediately for intermediate tires, because intermediate tires will give you the luxury of having the grip you need during a rain or during, you know, slippery conditions. And then if you don't pit, then you'll be like Lando Norris in last year's Russian Grand Prix, where he fought with his team, telling them he does not want to pit, and then 10 laps before the end he slides off the track, and then he lost podium position completely. Not just first position, not just third position, not just second position. He lost any position of getting onto the podium completely because he said, no, I will not pit during the rain. So trust me when I say this, Lando Norris will not argue with his team. If they say it's raining, you have to come in for intermediates, and that means that all teams will go into the pits immediately as soon as it starts legitimately raining. No team will hesitate, they'll go into the pits, and that'll change the strategies completely. Then we won't know who's going to be in front and who's going to be behind. If we have McLaren right now. So what tires did they give Ricardo? What tires did they give Ricardo, bro? Carlos Sainz box. So Carlos Sainz is going to the pits, which means Hamilton will have first position momentarily, which means Verstappen is in second place. Verstappen will be in second place. Basically, Verstappen is the only driver right now that can hold on to second and first place, because Hamilton has to pit. Yellow flag for what? We've got a yellow flag and then immediately green. Yellow flag again. What is going on? Switches on. Yellow flag, green flag. Yellow flag, green flag. I don't understand what's happening there. So we've got Verstappen now 7 seconds behind Hamilton. Now remember, it was 10 seconds. Now it's 7 seconds. Hamilton, even if he pits, he's got no chance in hell to get a podium. Lance Stroll. Oh, they touched. Daniel Ricciardo. How did Daniel Ricciardo? Yeah, so that's an issue. So, but I think Ricciardo will get a penalty because Ricciardo basically caused Stroll to spin, and you know, unfortunately, it was the hard tires. He didn't have much grip. He went to the pits. He got hard tires, and unfortunately, it touched Stroll, passing him on the outside, and that caused Stroll to spin. And now he's going to get a penalty because of unfortunate circumstances. I don't even know why they have hard tires. Pirelli's hard tires is an absolute disaster, man. There's almost no grip for them. Almost zero grip for them. Carlos Sainz, what tires does he have? I think they gave Carlos Sainz soft tires. Carlos Sainz is soft tires, dude. So now Ferrari is saying, let's give Leclerc hard tires, but let's give Carlos Sainz soft tires? Like, what is the thought process at Ferrari? I don't understand. You're giving Carlos Sainz soft tires, which means he has to pit sooner or later. He has to pit again. What did they give him medium tires? At least with medium tires, he can go until the end of the race with no massive issues. Now they give him soft tires, which is going to get destroyed. Like, my goodness, dude. I don't think Ferrari know what the hell they're doing, dude. I'm just going to be honest. I don't think Ferrari know what the hell they're doing. Because now they basically went from one extreme hard tires to the other extreme soft tires. Instead of giving them medium tires, which would have been the best option all along. So Verstappen is now 5 seconds behind Hamilton. So there is no chance that even if Hamilton tries not to go into the pits, there's no chance for Hamilton to defend from Verstappen. There is no chance. Nothing. Zero. Hamilton also has medium tires. Just in case anybody is wondering, Hamilton also has medium tires. Verstappen has medium tires. Leclerc has hard tires. He couldn't do anything when Verstappen was attacking him because his hard tires has zero grip compared to the medium tires of Verstappen. So technically Leclerc shouldn't have been passed by Verstappen because Ferrari shouldn't have given Leclerc hard tires. Because Ferrari's strategists are complete morons. And now they went from one extreme and they gave Carlos Sainz soft tires, which means that Carlos Sainz will be fast for the first 5 or 6 laps, and then his tires will basically lose grip completely, and then he will be useless as well. Why did they not give Carlos Sainz medium tires? I've got no comprehension of what's going on here. It doesn't look like Carlos Sainz is gaining much ground. I don't see him putting in fastest lap after fastest lap. And he's got, I think Carlos Sainz is so scared on his soft tires. He knows that he has to make these tires last now because his stupid team gave him tires that he can't properly use to their full potential because the tires won't last that long anyways. For him to be able to drive, yeah, see, they gave Ricciardo 5 seconds. I knew that already. And Ricciardo was basically a passenger because Lance Stroll tried to take the outside. He tried to take the outside, not realizing that, oh, I'm doing a dangerous move on a car that's got hard tires that most likely will definitely go wide because he's got no grip and then run into me if I do a dangerous oh. So Charles Leclerc is still struggling on his hard tires and now being passed by Russell. He's about to get passed by Russell, dude. Russell is now attacking Leclerc because of the stupidity of Ferrari giving Leclerc hard tires. So Russell, so at this point, I can understand why Leclerc has to defend. Leclerc has to defend because now it's 19 laps till the end, and he's got hard tires for a reason because his hard tires has to keep him running until the end. But still, his hard tires was the worst possible choice that his team could have made. Dude, Ferrari are complete idiots, dude. Like, I'm serious. Someone has to make a meme channel, like a dedicated meme videos, meme channel, you know, just about how pathetically stupid Ferrari Formula 1 team is when it comes to their strategist. Because, okay, Hamilton went into the pit, so Verstappen is first place, dude. Verstappen is winning this race. It's just that simple. Verstappen is winning this race. Verstappen didn't even look like he was going to win this race, and now he's winning the race. No one could have imagined Verstappen winning, even with the pit stops. Only after Verstappen finished his final pit stop, then you saw, oh, Red Bull knew what they were doing. They specifically pitted him for this specific reason, that he will be capable of being in the right place at the right time, and then passing Leclerc with Ferrari's stupid strategy of putting Leclerc on hard tires. So now he can't even defend Verstappen. Oh my goodness, bro. Stupid, man. Stupidity. Russell in third place. So all the while I'm ranting here, Russell is attacking Leclerc, ruthlessly attacking Leclerc. Verstappen is 6 seconds ahead of Leclerc. That is how bad those hard tires are on that Ferrari, that Leclerc is losing almost a second a lap from Verstappen. That's how bad Ferrari is at strategizing, dude. So Russell is now attacking Leclerc for second place. He probably will get it because remember, Russell was ruthlessly trying to defend from Leclerc. Now he's got the capabilities of attacking Leclerc. Do you think Russell will not try and pass Leclerc? Of course he will. Especially starting at pole position. So he feels he is owed first place, not just second place. So I think Russell will definitely try and pass Leclerc. Dude, I'm so surprised. I don't understand. I've got no understanding as to what Ferrari is doing over there. So let's just do a quick position check. Verstappen first, Leclerc second for the time being. He will get probably passed by Russell. Russell in third place, attacking Leclerc as we speak. Carlos Sainz in fourth, Hamilton in fifth, Perez in sixth place, Norris in seventh, Alonso in eighth, Ocon in ninth, Bottas in 10th, Stroll 11th, Vettel 12th, Ricciardo 13th, Gasly in 14, Zhou, the Alfa Romeo driver, teammate of Bottas in 15, Mick Schumacher in 16, Magnussen in 17, Nicholas Latifi in 18, Albon in 19, and Yuki Tsunoda dead last in 20th place. Okay, so it seems like my stream is just giving me some issues here. Let me just try and correct this quickly. But like, I have to be honest, I am really frustrated with Ferrari, man. Like, this was an easy first place for Ferrari, dude. All they had to do was make sure that he was on his medium tires, and they couldn't even do that for him, dude. So now Leclerc is 7 seconds behind Verstappen, dude. Like, he's almost losing a second a lap. That's how bad those hard tires are. Russell is consistently attacking him. I don't think the rain will come. And if the rain will come, I think the race will be done before the actual real rain will come. So before the rain really becomes a problem, I think the race will be done. I don't see someone pitting now unless if the rain is heavy. If the rain is seriously, you know, serious heavy rain, I know they will pit, but because I don't think it'll rain as heavy. Oh, I think Russell just got a very good exit out of the pit straight. I think Russell might actually try and pass Leclerc. Let's see. Will he actually be able to pass? Yeah, I think he will. He's trying. He's going left and right. Leclerc is trying to defend. He's going around. Oh, he's actually in front. Oh, please don't tell me they touched. Oh man, now my stream is buffering. Oh, don't tell me they touched, dude. Don't tell me they touched. No, they did not touch, but Russell went wide. And Russell is in second place. And this whole stream is a complete disaster because it keeps on buffering. Oh man, why do you keep on buffering, bro? Why are you keep on buffering, bro? Why do you keep on buffering? Yeah, I don't know, man. Yeah, so Russell is in front of Leclerc. Russell is in front of, but when I saw him go on, like Leclerc is having so much issues with grip. Like, why is it always that when Leclerc is in a very good position, Ferrari somehow destroys his strategy, dude? Oh man, it's buffering. It's buffering. I don't know why it's buffering, but it's buffering. Yeah, like Leclerc is a very clean driver. Like, he's not trying to make it dangerous. He's just trying to make sure that he's able. So, you know, he gave enough room for Russell to do what Russell needed to do. That's basically what I'm trying to say. Especially when Max Verstappen was fighting Leclerc. When Max Verstappen first passed Leclerc, it looked like Leclerc had to literally Verstappen might also have this. He was actually scared Verstappen might also have the same issue that Ricciardo had, you know, versus what happened with him and Stroll, where, you know, less grip means that you'll drive into someone. And ultimately, he was overly concerned. It wasn't really necessary because Max Verstappen had medium tires and he wasn't in such a bad position. But it just shows you the level of precision. Like, it's not just that Leclerc thinks about himself. He thinks about what could happen with other drivers around him as well. So he tries to judge and gauge how to pass and maybe leave more than enough room, because he just doesn't want to be in that position where someone drives into him at all. And you have to respect someone like Leclerc, because, you know, he's in a position where his team is not able to fully prioritize his strategy and give him the best possible strategy. And I just think that that is really sad, man. It's just really sad. So Verstappen is now 8 seconds, almost 9 seconds ahead of Russell. 9 seconds ahead of Russell. Carlos Sainz has to pass Russell. Like, come on, you're in a Ferrari, bro. You've got soft tires. Dude, if Carlos Sainz cannot pass Russell on soft tires, because I'm pretty sure that he must have been trying to save those tires. Hamilton's in 4th place. Somehow Hamilton's in 4th place, and dude, Carlos Sainz is... What happened to Carlos Sainz? I mean, with Leclerc. They pitted Leclerc. They put Leclerc in pits and they gave him soft tires. Insane. So they had to pit Leclerc again. So the Ferrari strategists were so bad, they had to pit him again. They put him on hard tires just to put him on soft tires to destroy his position. Now Leclerc is finishing this race in 6th place. Fastest lap from Hamilton, 1:21.5. So it means that these cars are about 5 seconds a lap slower than the lap record. Now I'm pretty sure the lap record is not last year's car, so it's not necessarily slower than last year's cars, but they're not necessarily as fast as the lap record cars. So Carlos Sainz is actually catching up to Russell, which I would love to see Carlos Sainz pass Russell, because at least one Ferrari is getting justice. But how did what is Ferrari doing? Why are they sabotaging themselves? Leclerc would have at least had 1st place. If not 1st place, 2nd place. Because I don't see Leclerc not driving away from Verstappen. Because Verstappen not only spinned, he actually had to like re-catch up to Leclerc and pass him twice. So this is so frustrating, man. Verstappen had to pass Leclerc twice just to prove how bad those hard tires were for Leclerc. And then the Ferrari team messed it up by giving him hard tires until the end of the race, only for him to put him anyways, for him to now... I wonder why Leclerc is not driving fast now. Because he's got soft tires. He could probably push out some qualifying laps and easily pass Perez, right? Who will ever run at Verstappen? No one is going to challenge Verstappen. Who the hell is talking about challenging Verstappen? No one is going to challenge Verstappen. Verstappen is not going to pit. This is the end. Verstappen is going to stay on those tires. He only has 12 laps remaining. Verstappen has no reason. He is 8 seconds ahead. Almost 9 seconds. Russell says Russell's team is telling him his tires might be fine until the end. I would hope so, because his lap... I don't know. So before the end of the race, Matteo Binotto is now going walking through his garage into the back of the garage. Like, basically now the camera crew is following the boss of Ferrari, basically shaming, hiding himself now. Which they should be doing. Like, they should be interrogating this Ferrari boss, because how the hell do you not see that there's a problem with your strategist, dude? How does Matteo Binotto not realize that there's a problem at Ferrari and their strategy team is a joke? They're clowns. They're literal clowns, dude. The fact that he hasn't made a decisive decision to change the strategy team around, find someone capable, or at least to try and get someone new to do something new, to see if they can change their strategy in a bad run. It's just fascinating. I would say the problem is Mattia Binotto. Mattia Binotto is a problem at Ferrari. They need to change him if they want to see change, because at the moment the car is right, the drivers are right, the management is not right at Ferrari. That's just the plain and simple truth. They need to remove Mattia Binotto. He is unable to see that there is a problem with the strategy team, and that is why they need to remove him so that the new boss can come in and make the changes that need to be done. So Carlos Sainz is now 1.7 seconds behind Russell, catching up to Russell. Verstappen is maintaining an 8-second lead. Verstappen is comfortably 8-second lead in front of Russell. The only guy that can challenge Verstappen is Carlos Sainz, and I doubt that even that is going to be possible, because remember, Carlos Sainz has got soft tires. Dude, I think there's some raindrops. There's some raindrops. What is going to happen now? Because if it rains, because I could see actual raindrops on the camera lens, dude. So there's no way that is just a few drops. That's more than a few drops. If Ferrari takes makes a drastic change and says, let's put Leclerc for intermediates in case it rains, then at least they are trying to think out of the box. Now, of course, they would compromise his race, but he's 6th place. Leclerc started in 3rd place. He's now in 6th place, dude. Ferrari is absolute clowns, man. Absolute clowns. Carlos Sainz is 1.4 seconds behind Russell. Russell is now 9.4 seconds behind Verstappen. Verstappen needs to watch out because there seems to be raindrops. And I don't want to see Verstappen drive off into the distance only to crash. Because remember, he already had a spin scare, right? So I would be surprised if Verstappen does not start to slow down. So it's basically at the first corner. So after the pit straight, at the first right-hand corner, there's rain. There's definitely rain at the first right-hand corner. How can these tires be healthy? He's got soft tires. So they're saying that Hamilton might finish 2nd in this race because Ferrari is telling Carlos Sainz that his tires are healthy. Carlos Sainz has got soft tires that should have probably been pitted and changed a long time ago, because he's been on those tires for the past 20 or 15 to 20 laps now. And remember, soft tires are meant for qualifying fast laps. Now, he didn't use the tire to do qualifying fast laps because he realized he would need to try and baby the tires. Hamilton is now attacking Carlos Sainz. Yep, he is about to pass Carlos Sainz. Hamilton is about to pass Carlos Sainz because once again, Ferrari gave soft tires to Carlos Sainz, deciding that Carlos Sainz need to use soft tires to go until the end of the race. Dude, this is insane. This is absolutely insane, dude. Ferrari is an absolute clown show, bro. Hamilton is now attacking Carlos Sainz. Carlos Sainz is no longer trying to catch up to Russell. Carlos Sainz has now decided his priorities. It's the same what happened with Verstappen. As soon as Verstappen started catching up to Carlos Sainz, then Carlos Sainz stopped attacking Russell and then started slowing down. And that meant that whoever was behind Carlos Sainz had the opportunity of catching up to Carlos Sainz. And that's exactly what's happening now. Hamilton is now catching up to Carlos Sainz because Carlos Sainz are no longer attacking Russell. And now it seems that Hamilton is going to get a 3rd place. Now, I'm not sure if I would say performance-wise, Hamilton will probably get 2nd place. Dude, halfway down the straight. But remember, it doesn't mean that Carlos Sainz does not have enough tires. Okay, no, he's already building a lead. dude, Carlos Sainz soft tires are already destroyed. He can't even use the soft tires, man. He can't even use the soft tires. The fact that they lied to Carlos Sainz telling him that his tires are fine, his soft tires are fine, is a joke, complete joke. You cannot allow Carlos Sainz to drive on soft tires for more than 20 laps and expect these tires to still have enough grip. Like that's ridiculous, man. Especially in racing, it's ridiculous. Oh man, so what might happen is Hamilton might actually pass Russell, and Russell might have to concede to his teammate. Russell will get third place if he's lucky, and then Hamilton will get second place. So this is ridiculous, man. Absolutely ridiculous. So Ferrari is, not only did Ferrari start second and third, Ferrari will not even end the race second and third. They're finishing fourth and sixth because of strategy, dude. Purely because of strategy. And now Lewis Hamilton is about to pass Russell. Russell's car cannot keep Hamilton behind him. So Hamilton's car is definitely better. I think Russell needs to concede at this point because it's his teammate. I think Russell needs to give position to Hamilton before it becomes bad. Oh damn, the cars in front of them are also locking up and going crazy. So they have back markers. I think it's the Aston Martins. The Aston Martins are now locking up and racing each other in front of them, and that's causing issues for them. Might cause issues for them. So Russell, Hamilton's got fastest lap of the race so far. Verstappen is comfortably in first. Comfortably. I doubt, unless if Verstappen makes another mistake, like in a slide off the track, car goes off the track, car slides around, makes a 360, the same as before. Unless if that happens, I cannot see Hamilton passing Max Verstappen. So there's no way that Hamilton's not going to pass. So now Hamilton is going wide, Russell is going on the outside, Hamilton is going on the inside. He does exactly the same maneuver that Verstappen did his last pass on Leclerc. The exact same maneuver, goes wide, cuts sharply on the inside. Russell goes sharply starts the corner sharp and then exits wide, and that gave Lewis Hamilton an easy entry, or should I say exit of the turn, and then passing Russell. So that was an easy second place for Hamilton. He didn't really need to do too much except for the fact that his tires were way better. So they gave Hamilton soft tires, but they gave him soft tires at the end of the Grand Prix, at the end of, basically 10 laps before the end of the race. They gave him soft tires, not almost like 70% of the race completed, and he still needs to complete 30%. Like, they expected Carlos Sainz to do 30% of the last section of the race on soft tires, which is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous, dude. They definitely wanted Carlos Sainz to do more than 30 laps on soft tires, which are meant for qualifying, which is meant to do basically 10 laps flat out, 10 laps, quick laps, and that's it. And they like, Ferrari is just a joke. Like, I'm sorry to say, someone needs to fire someone, and I say Matteo Binotto, the Ferrari boss, needs to be fired, because he has made zero change there, and I think he is the problem. He doesn't want to make change there. That is why he needs to change. He needs to be changed. He needs to lose his position, and someone else needs to step up and fix Ferrari, because we need to see Leclerc start winning. The races that Leclerc deserves to win needs to happen. And Matteo Binotto is not that guy. He's not going to allow that to happen, because he seems to be too stubborn to realize that there's a problem with his strategy. And that is why they need to remove him. They need to remove the Ferrari boss, Matteo Binotto. He is the problem. That is straight up. That is straight up the problem at Ferrari. Ferrari has got a fast car. They've got very good engineers. Unfortunately, strategy wise, they've got no idea what they're doing. Ferrari has no idea what they're doing strategy wise. So now Verstappen is still in front, basically on his own, right? That is not Lewis Hamilton behind him. So I wonder if Hamilton will try and catch up to him. Still have 3 laps remaining, so I'm assuming Hamilton is 10 seconds. Okay, so Verstappen is far away from Hamilton. Hamilton has to somehow do 3.5 seconds a lap faster than Verstappen, which is impossible. But like I said, anything can happen. There is a chance that Verstappen might make a mistake. We've seen it already. He made a mistake. I wouldn't necessarily say that it was completely a mistake from Verstappen, but the fact that his car was spinning 360 like that was very odd, especially at the exit of the corner. So Sebastian Vettel passing Lance Stroll. Now we're just waiting for the end of the race to see if Verstappen will actually win this race. Now, like I said, the only way that Verstappen will not win this race is if he makes a mistake. It is possible. It is very possible that Verstappen will make a mistake. So yeah, so Verstappen in first, Hamilton second, Russell in third, Carlos Sainz in fourth. Is that Bottas? Bottas is out of the race. They're probably going to give him a yellow flag. So there might be a virtual safety car now. So Bottas is now DNFing, and that means there's virtual safety car now. Which doesn't really mean much, except that Verstappen can take it easy now. Which is good. It's good for Verstappen now, actually. So Bottas retiring next to the track is now benefiting Verstappen, because what's happening is there's going to be a virtual safety car. The virtual safety car will slow everybody down, and it's only 2 more laps remaining. Yes, like I said, virtual safety car is now out. So Verstappen is now in first, Hamilton second, Russell in third. Dude, Russell's already 6 seconds behind Hamilton already. How can Hamilton be that much faster than Russell? Insane. So Carlos Sainz in fourth, Perez in fifth, Leclerc in sixth, Lando Norris in seventh, Alonso in eighth, Ocon in ninth, Vettel in 10th, Stroll in 11th, Gasly in 12th, Ricciardo in 13th position, 14th Mick Schumacher, Zhao, the Alfa Romeo driver, the second driver of the Alfa Romeo. I'm just looking at Perez here driving very slowly. Is that Perez or is that Verstappen? Yeah, so now we're just waiting for the end of the race at the moment. It's just so it seems that Verstappen's just driving slowly because of the virtual safety car, which I said will happen. Verstappen can slow down because of the virtual safety car. That's exactly what's happening. So Gasly in 12th, Ricciardo in 13th place, Mick Schumacher in 14th, Zhao, the sister Alfa Romeo driver, the teammate of Bottas is in 15th, Magnussen in 16th, Albon in 17th, Nicholas Latifi in 18th, and Yuki Tsunoda in 19th, and Bottas just retired. So Bottas is the only retirement this whole race. The only car that has not finished his race is Bottas, which is very interesting. I don't know why the Ferrari team is telling Leclerc that everything looks fine. I don't know why Ferrari is doing that. That is like salt in the wounds. Nothing is fine because your strategy is a complete joke. Like Leclerc is in 6th place. Leclerc was literally past Russell for first place, got passed by Verstappen for first place because of the stupid strategy of Ferrari, putting him on hard tires, making him a sitting duck out there, and then still decided to pass to pit him for soft tires, and now he's still in 6th place. Like, it's the stupidest strategy I've ever seen in my life. Stupidest strategy I've ever seen. 1 lap remaining. So this is basically going to be a very simple ending. Very simple, straightforward ending, and there's no way that Verstappen is going to lose this, unless, of course, if he slides off the track. I think he learned his lesson how to exit that corner properly, to look after the fact that his wheels might actually lose grip instantly and just start spinning for no reason. So it seems that there is rain coming down, but it seems that... So let's see. DRS enabled, even with the little bit of rain. Why is there a Ferrari behind Verstappen? Why is there... Oh, that is... No, but that's impossible. How can there be a Ferrari right behind Verstappen? Oh, that's Perez. That's Perez. Oh, okay, it's Perez being... Why did they show Perez's car? That is insane. Yeah, so there we go. So the rain is intensifying at the end of the Grand Prix, which still means that Verstappen could slide. Verstappen could slide his car. Like, let's face it. Now it's 7 seconds. Hamilton has now got the gap down to 7 seconds. Remember, it was 10 seconds. Now it's 7 seconds. Okay, no, he's already passed the pit lanes. Pit straight. Verstappen just crossed the line. He is first place. Verstappen. That's a very interesting ending because it started raining at the very end of the Grand Prix. Lewis Hamilton takes second place, Russell takes third place, Carlos Sainz in fourth place, Perez in fifth place, Leclerc in sixth place, dude. So now Verstappen ultimately, I don't see them losing. I don't see Red Bull losing this World Championship, specifically with Max Verstappen being World Champion. I don't see it. So the next race will be Spa, right? Belgium, but that is going to be in August, the end of August. Yeah, so next race will be Belgian Grand Prix Spa Francorchamps. That'll be 28th of August, so almost a month from now. Almost, just a little bit less than a month from now, we will have Spa, the Belgian Grand Prix. As far as I know, Belgian Grand Prix Spa is Verstappen's favorite racetrack. However, there is some regulations and things that have changed. So we will see. Maybe there'll be some changes when it comes to the performance of the cars. Just slight, very slight performance changes. We might see a very much slower Ferrari next Grand Prix. That's my prediction. My prediction is next Grand Prix in Belgium, 28th of August, we might see a very slow Ferrari compared to where they were now, and we might see a very fast Red Bull. And then we might actually see Mercedes coming back with a vengeance. We might see Mercedes being second fastest, maybe even first fastest car. That is the next Grand Prix. That is what I think might happen. I might be completely wrong. Hopefully you did enjoy this race. Hopefully you did enjoy my commentating. The only thing that really frustrates me is Ferrari. Matteo Binotto, the Ferrari boss, must be fired. There's no way that he can allow incompetence to continue. If he does, which he has proven that he does allow the incompetence to continue, they need to fire Matteo Binotto. The Ferrari boss needs to be fired because Ferrari needs to win and they're not winning. The stupid races that they should be winning and they're not winning. And I'm sorry, but they have to fire someone needs to get fired there. And I'm telling you now, the problem is the Ferrari boss. So both Mercedes are on the podium with the Red Bull in first place. No one actually looked like they were about to challenge Max Verstappen in the final parts of the Grand Prix, and it's kind of interesting. But I think next race, Spa, is going to be much different. Belgium is going to be a much different race. I just hope it won't rain like it did last year. Let's hope there won't be any rain issues, rain delays next race in Belgium like it was last year. And see you next month, August 28th, Spa, Belgian Grand Prix. Max Verstappen has extended his lead, and you know it is pretty insane to think that he's already such a deficit to Ferrari, even though Ferrari is so much better at qualifying. Their car is a good car, but they just can't. The strategists are so bad, dude. Leclerc deserves to have a shot at winning this championship, and his team is making sure he doesn't, and that's ridiculous. And there we go. See you in the next live stream, 28th of August, Spa, Belgian Grand Prix. See you then. Ciao for now.
Search for SuperDave.